Welcome to Devlog 12 for Project 2, a dark fantasy VR game we're making here at Alta. This week I'm going to be talking a lot about darkness in VR and lighting in general, so let me know down in the comments how you feel about darkly lit places in VR games. In the previous devlog I showed you all this new environment where we've been testing the new gameplay loop. If you missed that, go back and check out the last devlog so you're all caught up. Well, as you can see, this environment has been updated a lot, the lighting is totally different, and not only that, it has a ton of new areas I'll be showing today too. But first, I want to talk to you about lighting. This entire level has received a new lighting pass, like I said, and as you can see, it's much darker and moodier. There are even areas that require you to have a torch to light them so you can actually see in the dark. This is one of the big things we're looking to you all for feedback on. When is dark too dark in VR? I'm personally really enjoying carrying a torch to see in these areas and letting it illuminate the dark, revealing details hidden in shadow. But maybe you all would prefer something like a constant always-on lantern on your character's hip, or weapons which cast light, or maybe you have other ideas or other solutions to the dark. Let me know and the whole team here at Alta know down below in the comments. The dark and the evil which resides in it plays a big part in Project 2, so much so that our enemies' eyes now glow in the dark. You may have noticed their beady little red eyes moving around in the dark. It's pretty spooky when they step into the light revealing their full form after just being a set of red eyes in the dark. Okay, and as promised, let's take a look at a few new areas in this environment. Okay, and here we are. This is one of the new areas in the environment we've been playtesting the new gameplay loop in. As I mentioned, let's take a look at lighting throughout this devlog and let us all know down below how you feel about sort of the darkness and brightness of these environments. We'd love to know. So this is one of the new areas that I was talking about with the rocks and everything and the architecture sort of built into the rocks. And I like how some of it is sort of like broken down and dilapidated, so I can jump up here actually and get up to the top of here. And it'd be interesting if more players were running in here or I was just trying to avoid the skeletons. This is a kind of cool place to hide. We can also go down here, and if I pick up my torch and open the new door here, as you can see, new door, you can actually drop down to another section here and loop back around to another area. There's a lot of this with the areas here, and I think they feel great. Okay, let's keep going this way after a little exploration, and you can see I killed an enemy here before I started recording. You can see this all loops back around, but elevation's really interesting here. You've got these upper areas, you've got the lower section down here, and also the sections that sort of wrap around and sort of like link around to other areas. It is really cool. I love having this sort of difference in environment. And then if we go over here, you'll see another hallway leading through to another new section of the environment here with this grand staircase just greeting us from a distance, which feels really, really cool. And then as we get here, it's just this imposing structure that kind of dwarfs us and just looms overhead as we head underneath here. It is really cool. And then just complete darkness here, but if we turn our heads just a little bit, we'll catch some light over here, which I think looks great. This area is fantastic. I think it really shows that balance between dark, light, and then sort of just seeing distant light, just wanting to kind of go over there, which is really interesting. And if we head over here, you'll actually get to see that these areas sometimes have little rooms coming off them. Maybe in here we could find some lore and some information, but maybe there's more things hidden over this way, which I'm not going to spoil just yet in this devlog. And then if we look down here, there's a ton of interconnected doorways here that all lead into different areas and wrap back around, which is really, really cool. And if we head over this way, we'll find another staircase down. There's some enemies just spawned. I just triggered some spawning in. But you can see here, we've now got a dark area that links off to a bunch of other areas. And I just heard this guy behind us, which means we're going to have to fight. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, this isn't good. I think he just killed his friend on his backswing. Okay. Nearly pushed me out of the door there, but we're safe. And there is a shrine down here where we could heal. And other ways that just sort of connect to different areas. Maybe there's a boss down one of those ways. Maybe there's some more enemies. But it all loops back around and reconnects, which is probably my favorite thing about these new environments. It feels very interconnected. And I think, in a game like this, it feels best when you're exploring and you realize that there is an enemy moving up there. I don't know if you can see them. It feels best when you almost are familiar with them very quickly because you've just sort of looped around it like, oh, I was here before. That's cool. It's sort of learning the map as you go, which is really interesting. See, there's the staircase on the other side here, and we've looped back around now, which is pretty cool. So that's all the new areas. Hopefully you enjoyed them. Here's a Skelly who's probably gonna try to kill me. That's it for this week, but for those interested in the progression with art in the game, including the general art direction, should be really excited for the next devlog. But I think that's enough of a tease for now. Let us know what you thought to this devlog below, and also leave feedback for dark areas in VR too. Would really appreciate everyone's feedback on that topic especially. And remember that if you liked what you saw in this devlog, please like the video, it will help others get to see it too, and subscribe to stay up to date with these devlogs, including that upcoming art-focused devlog pretty soon too. We also have a Discord server for Project 2, which you can join via the link on the screen or click the link in the description, and you can chat to others watching the game develop too. Thanks for watching this darkly lit devlog for Project 2, and see you all in the next one.